Good afternoon and welcome to Blind Builds. I'm your host Blind Prime, and for today we're going to be continuing our ongoing LEGO Ideas series with the Spiral Stair. The Spiral Stair chunk. It's a really cool little staircase that runs all the way up one of the chunks, and we're going to talk about it today. I got these two guys together to kind of showcase what the toppers will look like whenever connected. Here's you got this nice little scene going on, little bridge going across a little waterway. And we have this big green plain area here, which we're going to have to fix. Before I really get into today's video, though, I would also like you to go below, hit the like button. Please share with the LEGO group and on the Reddit and all the other social media platforms you could possibly share on. Let's get some more interest in a blind guy creating a LEGO Ideas project, right? And please subscribe to my channel to help the algorithm find more people that are visually impaired and need a little help, need a little pick-me-up. Need somebody out there, doing some cool stuff and showing them how it's done, So do those things for me, please, and thank you. Now, before I get into today's LEGO Ideas project, I was doing some research on LEGO Ideas projects, and I was told multiple times in the research to read the rules, and I hadn't actually read the rules. My bad. I still haven't read the guidelines. I'll let you know that right now. I read the terms of use agreement. I spent about an hour listening to my audio, my text reader, just reading to me the terms of use agreement. And I learned some things in it. Read your terms of use agreements before joining competitions, okay? So what I learned in the terms of use agreement is the project I am making here, this exact project. Now, it doesn't specify like if you're trying to make a theme, so you can actually, now correct me please if I'm wrong about this. Like, go below and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a legal student, so I may have misunderstood something, but from what I understand from the terms of use agreement, I can turn in this exact project with how everything is, and I can never personally make this exact project again and sell it on my own. So I can't, like this topper right here, I can't make multiples of these toppers exactly like this one and then sell them on my own, like at conferences and stuff. That's a no-no. I can't do that. I can't sell images of them, and I can't. I can talk about them. I can post them. I can do a lot of stuff, but I can't make money off of them. That's the important thing. They're my creation, so LEGO gives me the right to talk about it all day long, however much I want. But the moment I try to make a penny off of the exact set that I turned into LEGO Ideas, LEGO's going to have a problem. And I also learned that it's up to 3 years after you've turned in the project. So if you don't win, you can't touch your project, like sell it or anything like that, for 3 years. Nuts. I don't know what that... Oh, that was just a tree. It's okay. Trees fall all the time. If you've lived in a forest, you've heard it. Anyway, so that's something to remember and think very, very strongly on, is that if you're doing a LEGO Idea set, remember, you can't go selling your LEGO Ideas set. You just can't do it. Even the one that you made, you took pictures of to send into LEGO Ideas, if you want to sell that, you've got to wait 3 years. That's an important thing. All right. So year number 4, go and sell it. The 366th day of year number 3, you can go ahead and sell it. Day 1 of year 4. But that was something important I learned, and that kind of held me up for a second and got me thinking. But from what I've been able to understand, I can still make my Lego cave stuff, and I could sell those at conferences, but I cannot and will not be making this exact set again. And actually, honestly, with the organic way that I build, chances are I'm never going to make the same exact set again. So that was actually, whenever I really thought about it and ate it up and really concentrated on it and digested the information, I came to realize that I won't be able to create a duplicate of this and sell it, but I can make whatever cave chunks I want and sell them. Just so long as I don't violate LEGO's terms of use agreement by doing something with the set that I turned in for their competition. It's a very important thing to remember. And also, I also learned that the set I turned into the competition, I'll be getting money from if I win, and that's the amount of money I'll be getting. So there won't be any sort of percentage of Lego sales going to the creator. No, I'm going to get the grand prize if I win, or when I win, I should say, and I'll just have to accept that because I won't be receiving any sort of royalties from this project. That was something else I learned in the terms of use agreement that I need to remember. There won't be any royalties from this. What I will be getting instead is the recognition, is my name out there. And that, honestly, at the growth rate of this channel, this is an important time. Getting my name out there and getting that growth would mean more money. Would mean more than money to me at this moment in time with my YouTube channel. I think if I had 100,000 subscribers, I'd be more paying attention to the money aspect. But since I only have 1,085 subscribers as of today, I am more focused on gaining more attention to the channel and getting more people looking at my channel. So I'm okay with the grand prize. I'm okay with not receiving any royalties from this because what I'm getting instead is more valuable. And at least for me at the moment, maybe in a few years that won't be the case. But right now, the attention is more valuable than the money, at least for this channel, because money will come down the line. I know it will come down the line. I feel it in my gut that this one day will be making, me a living, be able to live off of this. But until then, I need to focus more on gaining subscribers and gaining attention. So that's my thoughts and feelings on the terms of use agreement for Lego Ideas. Sorry, I kind of blathered on a bit, but I wanted to make sure that you also, the individuals who are watching and or listening to me, understand as well. And please do the reading yourself. Okay? If a blind guy can do it, you can do it. I got a text reader. I just started it. I shook my phone so it would read everything on the screen. And then I set my phone down and I sat back and drank a beer and listened. And, that's something that I wish more people with sight would do. Because honestly, you can do that. Why are you reading the terms of use agreement yourself? Turn on your accessibility software and then, just go to the accessibility settings on your phone and turn on that voice text thing and then have your phone reads you the terms of use agreement. It's very nice. It's a little annoying because of the voice, but you can get by that. And honestly, isn't that better than reading it yourself? You can just sit back and listen. And then when you see something, when you hear something weird, you can actually stop the recording and go and find it and touch it on the screen, and then it will reread it to you. And then you just have to shake your phone and get it to start again. So that's my little tips and tricks, a little life hack for individuals out there who want to read terms of use agreements but don't want to stare at a phone for that long. That's the life hack right there. You need to be doing that. It's a very clever way, and it does, it cuts down on eye strain. So let's now get into the project. I know, we're like most likely 10 minutes in, and here we are now getting into the project. Okay, so I've got these two guys sitting right here with the toppers. I wanted to showcase how the toppers mesh together. We can spin it. I do love that. I like and this is a big point of the design here, is the ability to just be able to spin these guys and put them in all sorts of different directions and things. You just change it up. I think that's going to be the biggest winner for this set, is the ability to just change up how it looks on your shelf. You can always change this guy up. You can change everything about it. Well, you can even disassemble it and rebuild it if you want. There we go. One more time on the spin, and now we're back to how it was in the beginning. Okay, so let's put this set that we finished earlier off to the side, because we don't really need to talk about that anymore. All right, and actually, we're just going to put the toppers off to the side, because I do want to showcase, the way the light flows through this. So let's go ahead and pull this topper off. Oh, no, don't. Not the flaming marshmallow. There we go. The flaming marshmallow on a stick is safe. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay, so we've got our two cave chunks here. This one's the one that we did a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think this is the bridge. It is the bridge, and the cave. All right, now this one is a spiral staircase that runs all the way up. Now, I played with some fun pieces on this. I'm just actually going to set this one on the floor. Cream is sleeping over here, so I'm not worried about him messing with it. All right. Now, what I did for the staircase on this is I found all these pieces that I have, and they're 1x4s, but they have a slant on the side that has a bit of tile on it. And it's an edged piece that they would use in tapering down a structure, making it more into a narrow end. You would do these little tapering things. They have an angle to them that has tile on it, but then that angle goes into a 1x1 area. So it goes from a 1x2 half tile, half stud to a 1x1 that's all stud. And nice little slant there. And I saw these and I went, you know what these feel like to me? These feel like ancient stairs. If you were to stack them up and put the angles, differential to each other, bing, 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 directly across from one another, you get this staircase that has this middle area that feels more worn away, like a staircase that's thousands of years old and has been walked on by thousands and millions and trillions of people, however many people. It wears away in the middle, and that's kind of the impression you get here whenever you put these things together. Now, I would love to have had a piece that was a 1x4, actually a 2x4, but only half of it had studs and the other half was a tile. That would have been an amazing piece, and I would have used all of them for this. But instead I had these slants, and I decided we're just going to go with the ancient staircase look. We're just going to put all these slants next to each other, and it's just going to look like this is a very, very eroded away staircase. And I really tried hard to put as many holes in this thing as I could without ruining the structural integrity of it. There is a corner here that I was super worried about on it. I was really worried about this corner, but it's holding up very well. I went ahead, and because this corner existed, I chose the opposite corners for the tangential corners for the modified studs, 2x2 tiles with stud in the center. Modified 2x2 tile with stud in the center. That's the connector point to stack them, and I put them on the sturdiest corners that there are. That's the important thing when building your own cave chunks at home, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is to ensure that when you put the connector points, you're putting the connector points on a stable platform, okay? That's important. Got to have that stable cornerage. Okay, now something fun I did in here, and we talked about that on the bigger video I did on this set, where I was, I had the explosion and everything fell apart. I put a pillar in here that's like the, honestly, it's the pillars I use. Here, I'll just showcase it. We'll just yank. No, we can't really yank any of them off, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of these pillars that I have. They feel like something you would see at a stage, like the things that they would create for maybe it was from the Spider-Man studio, the Lego Studios stuff is where these pieces come from. I don't know, but they feel like those girders that they use for rock stages and stuff like that. That's kind of what they feel like, and I decided I'd slip one in there to do this cool triangular girder thing going all the way up on the side of this, as if this is an ancient structure here, and the builders of it originally decided this area here, this landing for the staircase, needed more support, so they installed that girder in there and hid it amongst the rocks, or just rocks have fallen around it over time and have led to that. And there's even this entryway here that has a little it's got a little fence going around it, and next to it you can find that girder right there, so an individual can walk over, a maintenance individual can walk over and do a visual inspection of that girder if they wish to. And it also, I thought, just added to the majesty of this, an ancient cave system that has all sorts of things built into it that have been forgotten to time. And that's the impression I'm going with when I make these, is these are ancient caves, so no telling what's in it. I've actually considered putting in some Lego space stuff, or some alien things, just to mix it up a bit, and I do intend to do that later. But this is the set so far. It's looking good. We've got a wonderful spiral staircase. I like the hollowness of it, the fact that you can see right through it. That's an important thing for these cave chunks, is you need to have caves like this in the mountain. This will allow light to flow through better. You need these big open areas, and also in caves you come across big open areas, and that's what I was trying to replicate here. I like these cave chunks. They're solid, they're wonderful. I love how solid this thing is once I built it, and if you watch the other video you know how solid it wasn't. And it's kind of funny, building this thing, it's more on the engineering aspect of trying to make something that's kind of fragile But when you actually put the final connections together and get this thing together, it becomes very sturdy. And that was the difficulty, is creating something that looks fragile but isn't fragile, but is fragile until you put those last pieces into places. It was a fun build. It was also a very annoying build, and I'm probably not going to make another one exactly like this one again, because this one was a headache to design. It was a headache, but it is done now, and it is part of the Lego Ideas Cave that we are creating, and here's to that wonderful project going through. We're done with this chunk, which means we've completed 3 out of the 4 mid chunks, or core chunks, as I've decided to call them. They're core segments because these will always be in the center. And after we finish the 4th one, we'll make a decision on whether or not to do the bottom pieces or just leave it as the 4 cores and the 4 toppers. Thank you all so much for watching today's video on the update on the ongoing LEGO Ideas project, and I hope you learned something from, my regurgitation of what I learned from the Terms of Use Agreement. Do you have anything to add, Cream? He is asleep. Cream, do you have anything to add? My viewers want to know. No. He just sleeps. Who's a sleepy guy? You're a sleepy guy. Thank you all so much for watching today's video, and please tune in next Prime. We're going to be doing a box opening of Ironhide and Prowl, the buzzworthy Bumblebee Studio Series 86 exclusive. I got it in the mail, and we're going to do a box opening next time. Tune in then, and next week we also will be covering G.I. Joe Classified Series Rock and Roll. Also, we will be starting the next part of the cave chunk. So, lots happening next week. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Until next Prime, bye-bye for now.